I think they could have done this trade 2 months ago. I think Philly could have done this trade 2 months ago. But at the end of the day, they got two firsts out of it. They preserved the cap space for next summer, which was priority one. So I think they got enough of what they were looking for to make it a reasonable deal. And obviously, the Clippers got the guy they wanted. So I think it's I would say B pluses for both sides. What do you guys think?
I think that it's one of those things where I guess everyone, I would call it a draw, right? Because on the
Yes.
on for I'm on the Philly side, you do get the picks, but Joel Embiid ain't worried about no picks. He's trying to get
Right.
help.
No, fair, fair, fair.
Um, and on the other side with the Clippers, it seems like one of those last ditch efforts to try to win a title before your stars not eventually leave, but
Yeah.
it's getting to the end of the road right now for PG and Kawhi. They have a player option this summer. Both of them do. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I don't have reporting on that, but it just seems like one of those things where let's find a last ditch effort. All of us are on the last year of our deals and can opt out. Let's try to take one big swing at it. But I'm not confident in James Harden at this stage of his career. He's kind of we've seen peak James Harden fumble the bag in the playoffs. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna I'm not. And then you pair that with two stars like PG and Kawhi who have not proven to be healthy when they need to be. Now their talent suggests that they should be. We always fall for the okey doke with the Clippers every single year. That on paper, talent wise, they're a championship contender, but they haven't been healthy enough to do so. So it just seemed like both sides kind of tried to get rid of their problems, I guess. But on the Clippers side, I don't know if they got rid of any problem. Like James Harden is still James Harden. He's still the guy that when he's malcontent, you don't want him on your basketball team when he's pissed off. So he's going to want another new deal. What are you going to do with that? This has the potential to crash and burn this Clippers plan of action. But
Massive potential.
at least the Sixers got a pick, right? Like I guess that's a good thing. But I can't. I guess a grade I would give it, I guess, is a B minus because it's not terrible, but
Right.
not
Okay.
great either.
Yeah. Right. Right. Salvage. What do you think, Mark?
I'm going C.
Both
I
sides?
mean, no, I feel like Philly did okay. They got rid of the problem in the room, so that's a little bit of addition by subtraction. But I mean, Logan's dead on when he's like, Joel ain't like, oh man, we got that 2024 pick. Let's go. Like, right. Some of that can be mitigated if Maxey is who people think he could be. You know what I'm saying? But having a big problem out the room. And I do think some of the pieces they got will make them a better team. Right. Batum, Marcus Morris. I mean, it was G's, right? And that's kind of that's a bit of what they need.
KJ
For
Martin
me, though,
ain't bad either now.
yeah, KJ Martin. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they'll have a better team out of this.
Deeper,
But
for
the Clippers problem is, I don't know, Logan. I looked at it, I just saw it, I was like, yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough.
No.
It don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
another
it's not
thing
enough.
That,
It don't get you past Denver.
Even exactly that part. But I think the biggest thing that you see, the teams that are successful, at least at this iteration of the league, is the ones that have the most continuity. You talk about even Denver, right? They're winning because they know each other the best right now in the Western Conference, right? And they're deep and all of those things. But we all know this. Whenever you make an early season trade is one thing, and when you make a mid-season trade, it's another thing. Either time, when you trade in season, you have to learn these people on the fly and then also go through the trenches with these people on the fly. And it's hard to build continuity, especially when you make a minor move to try to fortify your team. But when you make a major move to get a superstar in, he has to figure out how he's going to gel with other players. And it's one thing to have a training camp and be able to do that, but then when you don't, and you're just we're seeing this with Milwaukee right now. They're going through their growing pains. One game, Dame is not playing well because he's just trying to figure out his role in the offense. And in another game, they're playing like really, really good. And I think
he
that's
came before the season, right? Like, yeah, he was
exactly.
It was late, but like, yeah,
So the adjustment for the Clippers is going to be, I think, is going to be
massive.
Pretty hard. On top of the fact that the Clippers' two best players historically can't stay in the lineup that for 2 weeks straight. So it's going to be tough.
that's the biggest issue with it remains the biggest issue with the Clippers. I actually think if you could see their whole team in the playoffs, it could work because now Harden's your third option, which is probably what it should be at this stage of his career.
Harden ain't no third option, Playboy. Nah,
Come on,
buddy.
Look, if I'm T. Louis, my third option. Come on now.
Here's the big issue, which is why they should have done this, like you said a couple months ago, is it don't fit. Like Russ is perfect for this situation.
Marcus, that's the problem.
Yeah,
ain't nobody talked to Russ about this.
Yeah, but like, low key, based on what you have, right? You got PG and you got Kawhi, you got Norm Powell, you got Terrence Mann. Like you got these little pieces around. Russ has been really good for that.
He was very good.
Russ ain't Russ, but Russ is really good for that. Who you rather have with the ball in their hands to make plays, to do all little things? Russ or James Harden trying to get another deal? I don't know. I don't know if this is the best move. That's all I'm saying. It feels like you'd have had to move Russ months ago to make this make sense. Now you got them four dudes. Like Phoenix got Bradley Beal.
Right.
And you counter with James Harden, who ain't played.
Well,